SS Gentleman, Dean Alejandro here, and I cannot believe it is the last day of 2020. We made it together. Somehow we made it. I have a lot of people ask me questions all the time. Sometimes they're specific, sometimes they're not. I have either done videos on the topic or did little videos like this where I'm going to answer a couple ones. So I wanted to just kind of end the year off with that, kind of start something new next year with a new series and a couple of, I guess, different types of content. So I'm just going to go ahead and elaborate, and then I'll go through with all the questions that I got. So for some of you that may know, which is why you may be here, I do binder giveaways every single month. I've been doing this since January with GC2B. PS, the 5 winners I will be announcing in this video. Well, later. So we've been doing this every single month since January, and we are going to be doing it again every single month in 2021. So please, if you did not win, do not feel discouraged. There's still plenty of time, plenty of different ways, whether you are out, whether you're not, and it's worldwide. So that's something that's super positive and encouraging, and something for me to look forward to for next year. I am also going to be doing at least one video a month where I'm going to be focusing on mental health, different mental health topics, trying to get into more advocacy for that, specifically specializing in bipolar 2, anxiety, PTSD, depression, and yeah, just kind of just bringing more exposure to those topics, especially in our community, because I think that we need it more than ever. Like I've discussed on my video last week, which I hope that didn't discourage you too much for the new year, like I just said, I still am definitely going to be documenting transition, HRT, and stuff like that, especially with going through and getting a hysterectomy. But a lot of us come to points in our transition where we stop documenting 100% transition-related content. And that is because there is more than me than being transgender. There is more than you than being transgender, or non-binary, or gay, or lesbian, or bisexual, or pansexual, or whichever. There is more to us. We have real lives. We have families, maybe. I'm your family. You're my family, I hope. We have everyday life situations happen. And being trans is not it, so I really just want to start talking about different topics. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional, just kind of talking about my experiences and just kind of opening the door for these conversations, just as I've done with Soft Serve Gentleman, and kind of creating that space for transgender visibility, non-binary visibility, whether you're transitioning, whether you're detransitioning, regardless, we are a family. With that being said, I'm also going to be doing a new series. Next year, it's going to be my first full year series where I'm going to be doing bi-weekly topics from A to Z. So every 2 weeks on Thursday, there's going to be a video that's going to be dropped. I'm not going to go through all the examples here. You can go onto my Facebook page and see what's pinned. There's a lot of different topics. So originally what I was going to do is I was going to focus on one big topic, and then I realized that there's way too many different topics. So I'm going to have to just kind of figure out a way to do that, put that all together. And I'm also, of course, going to be doing transcripts for those videos, and then I'm going to be going one further. I'm going to be dropping a website tomorrow or tonight, depending how saucy I feel. And it's going to have a link of all my resources, all the programs that I've done that you can be a part of. And it is also going to just kind of have all those A to Z post series together. And what do I mean by that? I mean, it's going to have the YouTube video. It's going to also have more depth of the topics. And this is because I cannot possibly say every single topic. It's impossible. One, I have the attention span of a goldfish. It's a miracle that I make it through like half of these videos. And two, there's so much information. I'm not a professional. I'm not a doctor. It's a really hairy topic to talk about certain things like that. And mental health. So I just honestly have to tread carefully with certain things, because everyone's transition is different. My transition is going to be different than yours. So even though certain topics might help me or help my neighbor, they might not help you. Okay. So I still am trying to, you know, have this completely open for even those people who might just be allies or might just want to gain research. We need to put the resources out there. I'm going to be doing basically like a blog post in depth with that. That is going to be going the same day, with the videos. The next thing to basically expect, I guess, is that I'm going to have a new like space, which isn't really something to announce in my opinion, but so many people have been asking to use different equipment and try to use a mic and try to do this. And like, I'm going to listen to what the people want because I think you're awesome. So I'm just going to kind of just put something up so it's a little consistent, and it might make it a little bit easier for me because I'm just an adult hiccuping through life, and I don't want my wife to get mad where my shit is all over the place. Let's be honest. But yeah, so that's a couple of different things to be expecting. I'm going to basically put all the resources together on the website that I'm going to drop. I'm trying to think. There's so much other shit that's happening in 2021. I am open for any collaborations, or if any nonprofits or anyone wants to help get their word out there. I am still trying to really pay it forward. I'm hoping, COVID depending, to be going to different events around Colorado. It's just depending on COVID, maybe going and talking at some different events. But right now we got to do what we can to take care of our family, and my family is you. So let me go ahead and get into some of these questions because I've basically like bubbled around like a little bit too much, what kind of happens. So there's a lot. I'm not going to be able to get into all of them. Okay. Do you ever wish that you had transitioned at an earlier age? This is the question I probably get the most, honestly. The short answer, because we're going to keep it short, is no. That's because every single decision that I made, every single fuck up, every single thing, every terrible thing that's happened to me in my life has gotten me to where I am today. And that's where I am, here with my family, talking to you. I have a beautiful wife. She's my number one support system. I wouldn't have been able to do anything without her. And that's really what it comes down to. If I would have done anything different, I wouldn't have gotten her, and that's all worth it. I am totally cool with coming out at 27 and dealing with shitty 2, almost 3 decades of my life because the risk was worth the reward. Even though I knew, sometimes I kind of wish I could have gotten like puberty blockers or other things like that. I didn't have supportive family even enough to do that. So why even like torment myself with the idea? So no, I do not regret coming out at 27, now being 3 years on HRT. I am totally okay with it. Yeah. It's never too late. It is never too late to come out. How is the process and recovery? Sorry, I'm just reading here because, you know, your boy has bad eyesight. How is the process and recovery of top surgery for you? This is because this person wants top surgery, terrified of surgery. And yeah, okay. So, sorry. You're not going to like my answer. I'm so sorry. I do not talk about my top surgery in many videos. Sorry, my dyslexia is like just fucked up the past 48 hours. I don't talk about top surgery in any videos because bad publicity is good publicity. Just like I haven't talked about my phalloplasty consultation. I had a very bad experience. It could have been worse, of course, absolutely. But I had a terrible experience. I'm sorry. That probably doesn't make you feel better. What I will say is that, which this probably won't make you feel better either, I'm sorry, is that every single surgeon is different. Every single surgery is different. It depends on your body type. Your results depend on your body type, depends on your surgeon, depends on this. And even though that is super not reassuring, the reassuring kind of part about that is that all of us don't know what to expect. We don't know. And that's what's terrifying. No one knows how to prepare for the surgery. Everything's different. Everyone's going to have a different reaction. Some people have post-op complications. Some people have complications during it. There is no way to prepare. And it's scary. Your thoughts and feelings are not invalid. It is scary. It is a big decision. It's a major surgery. You know, and there's a lot of it. I've had top surgery now for 2.5 years, and I still have phantom boobies, and I still, you know, I'm just now gaining sensitivity in my chest. But every single doctor is different. Don't let that deter you. It's just like life, kind of, you know, where if you have nerves for something, that's your body kind of preparing you for something that's big, and it could be a good thing. And your body is just having that physical reaction to it. If you know in your intuition that that's what you want, 100% go for it. The nerves are going to be there. Your head is going to try to fuck with you. You can reach out to me. I know who you are. You can hit me up anytime, personal, Facebook, whatever. I'll talk you through it. You are not alone, and that's the biggest support system that you can have. What would you tell somebody who is questioning their gender or just came out? Okay, this is a good question. I would tell them to stay off the internet. I would, not really the internet. I would just say, be cautious with yourself. Be cautious with your heart. I know you've been doing this your entire life, and now you feel it's the time to take your shirt off and embrace your true colors because you've kind of, you know, realized who you are, and it's exciting, and you want to come out to the community, and you want that community, that family. People in the community are not so nice. The support groups are not supportive. I would basically say, don't go into support groups. Do not ask people for validation. Unfortunately, you know, do not take advice from random people. Every single transition is different. I keep saying that because I feel like I'm the only person on the internet that is saying that. And I want to say that because what someone goes through and their advice per their doctor is going to be different than what my doctor is going to say for me. So the short answer is, do not go on support groups. Realize every single transition is different. Realize that your feelings 100% are valid. Realize that you don't need a label for that. And realize that other people do not determine your worth. And if people are crapping all over you, hopefully no pun intended, come to me and I'll talk you through it. We can figure out something, some way to help you through it. Or fuck, if they're crazy, just give them my resources. I don't know. And I'll like slam them out. These are funny. How did you figure out your gender/sexuality? Like, what was the moment a light bulb went off and you had the, oh, duh, this makes sense now feeling? So this is a little of a long answer. This question, I can go on for a really long time. I knew I was trans at the age of 3. I came out to my cousin when I was 3. However, I did not know that being transgender was a thing until I was about 25, 26, 27. And, you know, thinking back now, I see all these moments. Like, I was thinking about the other day how I was 23 and I was wearing like no shirt around the house and like just my pants, and I felt like gender euphoric, even though I had dysphoria. Like, but I didn't know what those words were, because I didn't have the resources. So I have realized some of those things now, but the real reason that got me to come out, like transition, is that I saw someone transitioning that I had known in real life, and I felt myself slipping into a depression every day. I wasn't eating. I was basically just on drugs and drinking a lot. And my life was just going to shit, basically. I was putting a wedge in my engagement at the time. And I saw this person transitioning, and every day they kept getting better and better. And then I saw myself thinking, why am I jealous of this person when I can just do that? You know, they haven't done it for that long. That's the small, I guess, short answer, but I'll, you know, do a video later on. Anyways, it's the end of the year. To the 5 GC2B binder winners, I'm going to be putting a post on my story on Instagram. So yeah, congratulations, and I'll see you all in 2021.